Yes.
Good.
I like your eyes. Yes.
My name is David Detraya, and I live in Wimberley, Texas, and I've been here for years now, and I really like the place. We have a backyard. I have a small, modest house in the backyard. I was living in Juneau, Alaska, which is on the east of Alaska. It's a maritime climate. It's fjords, mountains coming out of the sea, and it's a very beautiful area. I had a serious accident and it cracked a vertebrae in my neck, and so I had complications from that they couldn't really deal with. I was living a very fast-paced life, and then when things stopped all of a sudden, I couldn't do the things that I was trained and doing normally. I couldn't go skiing anymore. Couldn't do the work I really wanted to do. Couldn't travel the way I did. And when I couldn't do those things, life changed pretty much on a dime for me. You could always go back in your life and say, geez, I could live perfectly well if I would just take that one little thing out of my life. I know I would live perfectly well. Well, life doesn't seem to present it that way. My older daughter knew how much I liked dogs, and looked up on the internet Texas service dogs, and found that and shot that over to me. Man, that was about 9 years ago, and shot that over to me, and I made an application immediately. And then at the end of the interview, I heard, geez, we'll get back to you in about a year or so. And I thought, oh my, what a wait. I just went through this interview, exhaustive interview, and now I have to wait another year for the next step to happen. And lo and behold, I think it was 6 or 8 weeks later, I get a call saying one of our dogs that we placed, the person that we placed him with, isn't getting along with him, would like to give him back to us, and so we're re-interviewing for that dog. Would you like to be interviewed? And I jumped at the chance. I had St. Bernards in my life and up in Alaska, and so I was used to very big dogs, and I like very big dogs. And the reason why this fellow that was placed as dog couldn't get used to him was he was a very large Labrador. He was about 95 pounds, I think, at the time, a 95-pound Labrador, and black lab, and he was very long-legged, so he was a very big dog. And so they gave him back to the service dog people, and when we met, it was love at first sight. We had our 15 minutes of fame. I did tell him that beauty was fleeting, and to enjoy it while he could. It was more him than me. Actually, if you notice on his most famous picture, only my leg is showing. So if you knew my leg up to there, then you would know it was me. So it was really he was the fame, and that was on the picture that was in Bergstrom Airport for months. It was pointed to an animal display. He's on the back of one of the Texas service dog cars, and I still have people to this day calling me up, like from Austin or around, and saying, "Hey, David, I'm behind this car with you and Clifford." Although it was 10 years ago, and I didn't have a beard on, and a lot less gray, probably a lot more hair too. And then one day I just saw him. He was out in the back, and he's always with me, and he was standing in the shade, and his back legs were shaking, and he could barely stand up. And I thought, this isn't right. It's not going to get better. But I didn't want to do it where I felt he was in torture, because he couldn't do the things that he was trained to do. He was starting to lose his ability to do a lot of things. But I had some real nice people around me, and I had the the vet come over here, and he was euthanized on his favorite rug, and this was where he thought he belonged. So for a situation that was pretty heavy duty, it was done very well, and I felt pretty complete with it. The people I were with, I think we had a real good feeling about letting Clifford go, and that was a difficult thing to do, but the day came and it had to come. I felt I lost a family member. I felt I lost a very close person in a relationship, you know, and you miss that. It's not, I'm not sure if you lose anything anymore, but you miss that person or that relationship or that animal, that partnership you had with that animal. And that was missed for a long time. It was the day I brought his ashes up to the training center. And when I was there, the trainers came and showed me this nice dog playground that the Dripping Springs Boy Scouts, Eagle Scouts made for them out there. It was very pretty. It had pergola with shade on it so the dogs could play and everything like that. And there was 2 different playgrounds, and it was very nice, and I was very impressed with the playgrounds when I saw them. And one of them turned my head. They said, "No, look at this." And there's a big sign in mosaic, and it said Clifford's Playgrounds. And that's the point I felt, wow, was I lucky to have him in my life. And that was the point I was able to come back, and within a week I made an application again for another service dog.
I'm Sherry Soltis, and I'm the founder and president of, I was going to say Texas Hearing and Service Dogs, but it's our 25th anniversary, and we streamlined our name, so now it's just Service Dogs, Inc. As we're always trying to evolve our skills as trainers, so David probably got Clifford nearly 10 years ago, and we expect trainers every 5 years to look at themselves and say, wow, I've come a long way in the last 5 years. I sure know a lot more. So our training was always excellent, but now it's even a higher level of sophistication. It's all based on positive techniques, but now we apply it in an even more specialized and advanced way. Well, once somebody is on our waiting list and we have gotten dogs that we've had about 6 to 8 months, we will invite people back for matching. And this time we were trying to match 8 dogs and 8 people. So everybody got to meet 3 to 5 dogs, and all the dogs got to meet several recipients as well.
So the first dog, apparently I didn't like as much as the second 2 because I don't remember his name. But I liked him. He was a nice dog, you know. And then the second one, I think it was Watson. And then I think the third one was Astro. And Watson I got along with real fine. He was a great dog. And so then Astro comes out, and he comes out wagging his tail, and he comes running right up to me, and he kisses me. So then, after, I don't know if I just said this to you, when I asked him, how did you pick Astro for me? They said, that was it. He just came right out, and he was wagging his tail, and he kissed you. And he's your dog, you know? And so that's good enough for me.
David will be coming in for a week of team training with Astro in July 19th through the 23rd, and then we'll move Astro into David's house.
But they have a definite procedure to transfer that to you, so that dog gets bonded to you solely. And it's always looking at you. You know, it's always looking at you and how you're acting, and that's his job. And your job is to love on the dog and to treat him with respect and to fulfill your commitment to the dog. And geez, I can't emphasize the word love too much. That's what they are. They're pure love.